Here we have to see the difference in meaning among the important terminologies in genetics: complete dominance, incomplete dominance, and codominance. Now, in the case of complete dominance, you see there are a pair of alleles when they are in dominant condition, homozygous dominant condition, express a character, red color. And when they are in homozygous recessive condition, the trait is not expressed, the dominant trait is not expressed, and resulting in white color. And when the alleles happen to be in heterozygous condition, that is, one is a dominant form, the other is recessive form, occupying the same corresponding locus at the homologous chromosome, there the phenotypic expression will be similar to that of homozygous dominant, that is red. So in the case of complete dominance, both homozygous dominant as well as heterozygous will be expressing the same phenotype, even though that the heterozygous possess a recessive allele. But in the case of incomplete dominance, where you see the red for homozygous dominant condition of the alleles, capital A will be resulting in the expression of phenotype red. And in the case of homozygous condition, where small a occupying the corresponding locus of the homologous chromosome, expressing white color. But when they happen to be in heterozygous condition, that is, one of the alleles capital A, the other allele is small a, there the phenotypic expression will be different from that of both homozygous and dominant and homozygous recessive. That is the pink. So the heterozygous condition of the alleles will be resulting in an intermediate color, an intermediate trait compared to that of the homozygous dominant or homozygous recessive. So here what happens, these alleles share each other their content of the function. Accordingly, there will be produced an intermediate character between the dominant, pure dominant and pure white phenotype. And here we have given an example from human being where the homozygous condition for the hair shape seems to be showing a phenotypic appearance of curly hair. And when it is in homozygous recessive condition, express the trait called a straight hair. But when they happen to be in a heterozygous condition, that is, one of the alleles in dominant form and the other allele is recessive form, there it expresses a wavy hair, an intermediate trait between curly hair and straight hair. So that way incomplete dominance is said to be an intermediate, that is, the dominant allele unable to completely suppress, completely mask the effect of the partner recessive allele. So even you can assume the other way, the interaction of the products of dominant allele as well as recessive allele will act together to have a phenotype, a new phenotype which may be different from that of pure dominant and pure recessive. And in the case of codominance, neither is recessive, neither is dominant. Both are dominant and both the alleles are able to produce their content. Now here in the case of Mn blood group, AB blood group, you can find that the antigens for M as well as N antigen will be available in the red cell membrane. In the same way, in the case of AB blood group also, both A antigen as well as B antigen may be found on the red cell membrane. So accordingly, even though the M responsible for producing M antigen, only in homozygous condition, there the blood will possess M antigen only. When the N is present independently of the M, then it can produce N antigen and the blood will possess N antigen only. If it happens to be in a heterozygous condition, one of the alleles with M allele, M form, and the other is N form, there will be the presence of both M antigen and N antigen in the red cell. So accordingly, it may be a good example for codominance. There is no mixing, blending of the characters. Each one will be producing its phenotypic expression. So that way you can find the difference among these three terminologies.